We often get asked, how can I keep warm without spending loads using battery power? And our response has always been, well, unless you already have a large lithium leisure battery bank and a lot of solar, it's not really feasible. Well, that is until now. In today's video, we're going to share how you could keep yourself warm for up to 9 hours just using this small USB power bank. Don't believe me? Well, keep watching. Don't forget to check out our other videos on everything campervan and motorhome related, from solar to water, heating to gadgets, tyres to trips. If you like this video, please do hit the thumbs up, it really does help me to know what you like, and you can ask any questions or give feedback in the comments. If you want to make sure you don't miss any of our future videos, please hit the subscribe button, and clicking the bell will give you a notification when a new video goes live. Finally, if you do decide to hit the thumbs down, it would be great if you could also leave a comment so I know what you didn't like. As the temperatures drop here in the UK and Europe, keeping warm both when in the van and when out on adventures is a hot topic. Regular viewers will know that I love new innovations, and today that's exactly what we'll be trying out. The latest innovation of heated clothing. Giving comfort and warmth from very little power. We'll look at how they work, how much power they use, how they are so efficient, and test them out. So stick with us to see if this is the ultimate way to efficiently keep yourself warm. With innovative heating technology and stylish designs, GOKOZY is revolutionising how we stay warm in colder weather. Before we take a closer look, let's have a look at the range of clothing they have available. They've got body warmers, vests or gilets depending on how posh you are, jackets, scarves and gloves. Some available with or without a battery pack, so you can add your own. We chose to try out the heated gilet, which GOKOZY very kindly sent us to try out. But as always, they have no editorial control over what we say, and we'll share our actual experience so that you can make your own decision if it's right for you. The GOKOZY range is also available from Amazon in the UK, and if you use the links in the video notes, there are also discounts you can apply on many items. For example, the gilet we tried is currently available for just £69.99 using the £10 off voucher. In the well-packaged delivery, we've got the battery pack, instructions, charging lead and the gilet itself. The instructions are very clear and easy to understand. The battery pack is a pretty standard USB type with 10,000 mAh or 37 Wh and a 2 amp output. It has a combined USB-C input and output and 2 USB-A outputs, one of which is used for connecting to the jacket. Once connected, it stores away in its own dedicated internal pocket. On the front of the jacket there are 2 buttons which let you switch on the heating for the front and back independently with a long press. Then with a short press you can alter the heating from high to medium to low, indicated by the red, white or blue light. Again, these can be set independently for the front and the back. And a long press switches it off. So now let's use the thermal camera to see what's happening. As you can see, the integral panels on the inside of the jacket heat up very quickly, and whilst the panels only cover small key areas, the heat is trapped well inside the insulation of the thermal jacket, which actually is very insulating even with the electric off. Here you can see the outside of the jacket is still relatively cool, clearly showing how the heat is retained inside the jacket rather than being wasted by radiating out into the air. One thing that possibly springs to mind is if you're heating just your body, don't your arms, hands, legs and feet get cold? Well, thanks to the human vascular system, the circulating blood is great at distributing heat from that warm core to the rest of the body, very much like a central heating system, which, if you're as old as I am, will make you think of this advert from many years ago. So now we've looked at the heating process, how much power does it actually use and how long will that battery pack last? Well, with the rear panels on full, it takes just under 1.4 amps at 5 volts, which is just under 7 watts. With both the front and rear panels on full, it's just under 2 amps or 10 watts. We can see that on full power that draw is constant. When we reduce the heat to medium, we see that it doesn't do this by reducing the power used, it pulses the power on and off. And when we reduce the power to low, it still pulses it on and off, but with even less time spent on. So, whilst we can pretty easily calculate how much power will be used over time on high, we need to do a time test on medium and low to check the average power used. So after 10 minutes on medium, we can see that it has used 210 milliampere hours. And then doing the same with both front and back on low, it uses 135 milliampere hours. So taking all that data, we can roughly predict what that battery pack will roughly last. Just under 4 hours with front and back on full, just under 6 hours with front and back on medium, and just over 9 hours with front and back on low. Now we did find that particularly when walking around, we actually had to turn the jacket off after we were warm, as it was too warm, so that would save even more power. The jacket comes into its own when you're not being active but are in a cold environment. That may be like here, where after a night in a lovely cosy down sleeping bag, getting up into the cold of an unheated van would not be a nice experience, but with the heated Gillet on, you can stay nice and cosy while getting that first cuppa in the morning. If you're into fishing, wildlife spotting, or anything that means spending time sat outside in the cold, then it really is a game changer. And if you watch sports and have suffered the bitter cold beside a football pitch or similar on an early morning or cold evening, then you may just wonder how you managed without it. And it definitely extends the opportunity to sit outside in the evening into the colder months. An added benefit is always having a USB power bank with you if you need to top up any of your devices. Overall, we found the GOKOZY great and surprisingly used it on lots of occasions. I love the energy saving compared to heating the whole van, the near instant heat, the ability to vary the heat to make it comfortable, and the flexibility of being able to use your own USB pack make it superb. It's dead easy and uses a tiny amount of solar to keep a pack recharged, and it's something I'll definitely be using lots going forward into winter. Thanks for watching our video, and as always, if you have any questions or feedback, please pop them in the comments below. If you find the video useful, please like, share and consider subscribing.